is going on, everybody? So tonight we're going to be talking about EMA Mastery Part 2. Now, I'm super excited about this because for those that checked out my last video on EMA Mastery, you already know that it was superficial. The EMAs really help out with understanding your trend, helping you identify ways to determine pullbacks and even entries. When these particular EMAs over here, the conversion of them can help you find out some amazing stuff on higher time frames. And that's what we're going to actually talk about and focus on is conversion. Okay, so that's what this is all about, understanding the conversion levels, and understanding how powerful these EMAs are when trying to discover ways to enter into the market, how to play even counter trend trade, and just for extra confirmation. All right. So for those that are just joining us on the YouTube channel, please make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. Please make sure that you follow us on our Facebook group, FX Hangout. And yeah, so that way you can get some more in-depth training. You can also just scroll down and you'll see some of our mentorship training as well at the bottom. All right, so again, EMA Mastery Part 2 is just going over the conversion rate. All right, in the first part, I talked about how the EMAs is used for a trend. This is going to be showing you how to utilize these crosses to determine certain entry positions and also pullbacks as well. All right, this particular one, notice how I just circled this one. All right, and the reason being is because when these two cross, all right, I'm just going to go into the meat and butter of this. All right, when I notice that when these two cross, all right, it signifies on either a higher time frame that a pullback or reversal is about to happen. Either it's going to be counter trend against the trend or back with the trend. Okay, and normally when these two cross on a lower time frame or what any time frame, then that means that it's going to go to a significant EMA on another time frame. Now, let's go ahead and go to the chart so I can show you pretty much what I mean by that. Normally, all right, before I do, normally what happens and what do I mean? I think I'll be able to break it down even on this chart actually. What do I mean by that? Pretty much. Now, in my other lives, I talk about how these EMAs are like magnets, okay, to price action. Every time when price action gets away from these EMAs, every time when price action gets away from these EMAs, all right, they have a tendency to go back to it. All right, so think of this almost as one of the EMAs, all right? Price action being the candlesticks, far away from it. But at some point in time, just like a magnet, it starts to come right back to it. And at that position, it decides if it wants to continue on with the trend, right? Or break and go the opposite direction. But the main focus is, how do we know? How do we know if the EMAs or if the price action is far away from some of these EMAs? How do we know, in fact, that it's getting ready to come back to particular EMAs? Well, that's what this conversion is for. These conversions are going to show you, certain conversions will show you when the market is going to exhaust, right, to start to turn around to go back and test other EMAs, more specifically the 50. The 50 EMA is like one of the most magnetized points that you can ever use when it comes to EMAs. The 50, the 200 are the most used that I found personally, okay? Other people might disagree with me, but this is based off of my personal experience off of these particular EMAs, all right? Now, it may be different with other ones. Some people might say 35, some people might say something else. But for me, from what I practice, The most pullback from the EMAs that I personally use, is going to be the 50 always. On any time frame, it goes back to the 50. And how I know it's going back to the 50 is these two crosses right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts so you can see what I mean. All right, so I'm not even going to look at this. I'm going to look at something on a lower time frame. All right, just off of this example right here, check this out. We have what? We have a white line, which is the 200. We have our sky blue line. Pay attention to the colors. Our sky blue crossing, right? Notice how as soon as it crossed, what did it do? It came back to this EMA, right? This EMA right here. But I wonder, on a higher time frame, what color is this EMA? Let's go ahead and take a look. If you notice, 2 time frames up, it converts over to what? The water. If you didn't catch it, we're going to go through a few candlesticks. So I want y'all to always remember this. If the 50 and the 200 cross on whatever time frame they cross on, okay, go 2 time frames up, and you'll find that normally, 9 times out of 10, it's going to the 50 on that time frame. Again, I repeat, whatever time frame the 50 and the 200 cross, normally what happens is they go to the 50 on a higher time frame, 2 time frames up to be exact, okay? And I mean, this happens on every time frame. We can take a look at a few other ones. Let me actually change the color on this one. Okay, so that way you can kind of see what I mean by this. I want y'all to see this. Y'all have to see this, because this kind of blew my mind. This is one right here. They crossed again. Check this out. This is on the 1 hour. They crossed right here. 2 time frames up is the day time frame. So that would mean that this blue, right, would become the 50. The dark blue would become the sky blue. So let's take a look at it. Did it not become the sky blue? Yes, it did. And look where our candlesticks are, right there. We go to another time frame. Let's just look at it. Just look for it every single time. 5 and the 13 cross right there. Let's see where it could possibly be going. Okay, with this one, it was going up. So this particular one, it was already going up. Just keep on looking for them. Keep on looking for them. This one hasn't crossed yet. This one right here, let's look in the past. Just looking at the past, it's fine. There's a few that I'm actually entering in right now, that I'm in as tonight. It's NZD CAD. Actually, well, yeah, let's go to that one. So that way you can kind of see how that's playing out right now. NZD CAD, as I'm actually in this trade right now as we speak. NZD CAD, I caught this on, I believe, I don't know if it was the 15 or the 1 hour. Yeah, it was the 1 hour. I saw this crossing right here. Saw this crossing right here. So I decided to go on a day time frame to see where it was going to. Smack dab to the water. Now, if this plays out correctly, even though this is a counter trend, this is technically is a counter trend trade. It's dangerous, right? But check this out. That's over 100 pips back to the 50 EMA. Now, of course, I use other things. You want to make sure that you're not just relying on EMAs, guys. This is, again, what is an indicator? It's a lagging indicator. It falls behind shortly. So if I look at this, I see, man, I still have some good movement to even the 618, just utilizing my fibs. Let's say we measured it all the way from the width. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, look how closer it suddenly gets to where the 50 EMA is. So that's letting me know that I potentially have that pullback room. And if you look at the candlesticks, we have nothing but green candlesticks, ladies and gentlemen. There's no signs of exhaustion. There's a little bit of wicks there, but I do not see any wicks. I don't see any red candlesticks. So that lets me know that this market could possibly still even go up some more. Now, again, this is a counter trend trade, but at the same time, how much power do you find yourself in when you have confirmation of continuation because of an indicator that gave you the confirmation? That was a lot of big words there, I know. But that's all you do. You literally, if you're stuck in understanding, and then of course you have other things like impulse move, flag formation, those are other things to know. But just having that first confirmation right here, guys, as we speak, this is rising, all right? And with this particular one, like I said, all you have to do when you're looking for these moves is finding first that 50 and 200 crossing and just simply looking in the higher time frame, see what the trend is, see which way it's going. Okay, where is it going? If the 5 and the 13 are crossing, it has to be going to what? The water, because it's a magnet. It is a magnet. Now look at this past every single time. Look, we can look at the past right over here and go right back to the 1 hour and see where it did exactly that back in the past here. Let's take a look. Let me get rid of this Fibonacci right quick and all that so that way you can clearly see. I want to make sure that everybody sees this because this is some powerful stuff right here. Okay, super powerful. All right. We're going to go right back to the 1 hour. All right. We're going to scroll back to where they cross once again. Okay. So over here, you see how they had crossed, they spiked up to their, to the dark blue line, but they didn't technically cross it, right? So again, you know what I mean? They didn't technically hit it. So again, you have to be cautious. That was a counter trend trade right there. But at the same time, that gives you some type of confirmation that said, okay, if they cross, then I know where I can kind of have a take profit. I kind of have a goal to see how far I can kind of pull up before doing it. So if you wanted to play the counter trend, you know how to play the counter trend. Most people don't know how to play the counter trend. A lot of people will be like, well, why you want to play the counter trend? I might as well wait for it. Well, if you're intraday trading, right? Think about it like this. If you're intraday trading, it gives you room to enter the market, by a day or, get your 10 pips, your 20 pips, because you know how far it can go up. You know that, if you're looking at the average daily range, you know that you can probably play, at least 20 pips. On this particular pair, it's around 68 pips, right? So you know that you can at least catch 20 if you wanted to, 40 if you wanted to. So that's just a little neat trick that I wanted to just show y'all tonight. You know what I mean? Even with this one, let's look back at this one. Okay, we are on the, what time frame is this? The 1 hour. You see how they cross back here? And this is on HE. See how they cross right here? So again, if we're on the 1 hour, you got to go 2 time frames up. In this line right here, the dark blue line, should be the water. Or the 2 time frame. Hold on, I was on the 1 hour, so 2 time frames, that would be the day. I'm sorry. And as you can see right here, zooming in, that's where our line was when they first crossed, and that's where it hit. That's where it hit, right there. It actually crossed again, it looks like right here. Let's go back down to the 1. Yep, they actually crossed again right here. So we can possibly expect it to go back up there to retest on this particular pair. Possibly go back up to retest, maybe not break that high. Definitely has a take profit area around here. Possibly continue on with the trend. Now again, a lot of times when you see that this happens, when you see this cross happening, please make sure you write this down. A lot of times this is a counter trend trade. Okay, I repeat, this is a counter trend trade. This is going to be a lot of times against the trend trading. Sometimes it is with the trend, all right? But when you catch this, it's a very, very powerful indication to let you know that all you have to do, as far as, when you see that the 50, the 200 cross, you go up 2 time frames and look to see where the 50 EMA is on the higher time frames, and you know that that's going to be roughly around how far the market pulls back before continuing on with the trend or breaking and continuing to the upside. All right, because sometimes that either signifies pullback or reversal. Okay, it signifies pullback or reversal. So again, this was just a quick part 2 of EMA Mastery. Again, I want to make sure that I put more videos out here like that, just to kind of show you how powerful these EMAs are when utilized. Even though it's a lagging indicator, it is still an indication. And the more indication and confirmation that you have in the market, the more confident you are in the market, and the more silent you are with playing certain pairs. So again, I hope this was super helpful. I hope this was an eye opener in utilizing these EMAs. We're going to take a look at this one too. We turn things up, and as you can see right here, where did it go? Straight to the 50 EMA. All right, that was 15 minutes. We saw our pause right here, right? And where did it go? To the dark blue line, which is 2 time frames up, which is the 4 hour, is our 50. So again, this is a powerful indication to let you know